Yesterday, I posted one of my favorite April Fool's jokes where I shared a Christmas card with hundreds of people and said with a picture inside of me with a high school friend announcing our engagement. And it netted me several $100s in gifts back to me just from that because they didn't realize it was an April Fool's joke. As I was walking Cujo afterwards, I thought about the fact that one of the guys who gave me a gift was Bruce Spivey, who's a co-alum fraternity brother of mine. And at the time, he was the president of the Ophthalmology Association of America. In other words, the best eye doctor in the United States. And when I visited him in Manhattan, I brought, because he just sent a $100 bill in an envelope. And so when I visited him in Manhattan, I brought the money, I brought the $100 with me. And I said, I apologize. Here's your money back. And he was like, oh, he loved the joke. He was like, you keep it, whatever. And then he took Ann and I out to a restaurant where we were both. I may have even been wearing this shirt because I got this shirt in, and I might have been wearing this shirt, but unbelievably underdressed. Like everyone is wearing the French cufflinks and whatever, and I'm in like a Coca-Cola polo t-shirt, whatever. Anyhow, eek. So, who's the April Fool? Yesterday, I'm happy to say it was me. I'm happy that I was got by the IRGC. Last night, I'm with my friend Stacy from Nebraska and California. I refer to her as Hollywood Stacy, anyhow. And we got the alert that to take shelter and bad things are coming down on this country. I immediately go to X, and on X, on Twitter, is news from the IRGC that 37 American troops have been killed in the UAE. And I took that as really bad news because if 37 soldiers have been killed, then this war is now taken to a new level. It just is. And there's nothing good about that whatsoever. And yeah, to the best of my knowledge, 12 hours later, that did not happen. Yay! And it also explains why the government of the UAE has a rule that I was not allowed to share what I saw on X with you last night because it was not confirmed by an official news source. And so for me to share that goes against the laws of this country. There are currently 80 Brits in jail for violating this law. Now, the people who are tourists in this country, I wish them nothing but a fast and speedy with release from jail, blah 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 blah. But the people who've lived here for anything more than 6 months, you have to play by the rules of the country you live in. That's how this works. And so, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for the people who have lived here for a while and know the rules and then violate the rules and be like, oh, but we have the First Amendment in the United States. Oh, we have free speech in Britain. So why does the UAE do things the way they do it? Yeah, if you want free speech or First Amendment, go to the United States. If you want whatever it is that they have, rules are different in Britain. Libel laws are very different in Britain. That's why Americans will often sue in Britain where they can't sue in the United States because they don't have the First Amendment. So you play by the rules of the country you live in. Rant over. Now, I actually really do believe in I really do believe in April Fool's Day jokes. Um, so do yourself a favor. I'm loath to promote another Mark Zuckerberg product, but Threads is my happy place. Just go into it and go to the thread today of April Fool's jokes I spent the past hour seeing people's April Fool's Day jokes, and it it will bring you joy. That's all I can say. Okay? Joy you will never get on X. That ship has sailed. X is a cesspool. Congratulations, Elon. You wanted a free speech platform. You created an absolute cesspool of hatred. Yeah. Um, Also, just two quick shout outs because I do want to make this a quick video. A shout out to the crew of Artemis. When I was when I was a junior in high school, the shuttle Challenger exploded a couple minutes after launch. I received the news because it's the only time my mother ever took me out of class. She called the Van Horn school and said, I must talk to Stephen right now. And mom was good friends with Sue Kopecki, the woman who, the secretary who ran the school. And Sue got through to my chemistry class, and mom told me the news about the Challenger because she knows how much I wanted to stay home to watch the launch, but I didn't. And she said she gave me the news. So I I'm so happy that things went off well for Artemis. Godspeed. Find the videos of what they're doing, how they're going so far beyond the moon and whatever. Find those videos. Amazing. And a shout out to Chief Justice John Roberts, who President Trump yesterday attended the Supreme Court oral arguments. First president to ever sit in a Supreme Court hearing. Afterwards, he made some comment about we're the only nation stupid enough. I'm not doing a Trump invitation. That's not where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is John Roberts in the question said to the Solicitor General, I believe, anyhow, somebody arguing to get rid of birthright citizenship. He said, "It is a new world, but it's the same Constitution." On that note, see you tomorrow.